when it's just that information sharing, it tends to be pretty passive. It's when you actually say, I'm going to do something with that information where the passion begins. So it may not be your product, but it's the use of your product in the context of a pursuit of a passion where you actually see higher engagement. So you have to define your market pretty carefully. At the hotel here, it says follow us on Twitter. I'm like, why?
Huh?
You know, it had this little set. I thought it was clever that they had a little thing on the front checkout desk. I never see that. And it was a frame, it was a static feed. But I asked the clerk, and I go, why do you have this? And she goes, oh, I follow my thing, and I get to hear what people are saying. I'm like, okay, I'm bought into this. The front desk clerk could talk to me about their Twitter feed. And also the fact that she followed other competing hotels' Twitter feeds to see whether clients were happy there or not, so they could gauge what their success was. That is extraordinary, because even though it may not be transparent to me as a user, it's transparent in the organization. First of all, it was just on that front. I mean, how many times do you check in a hotel, you know what the Twitter handle is, right? Because I check in, I say, okay, I'm checking into, I don't know, what's the name of this hotel? I have no idea. It's right there. I'm checking in virtually.
See, in your books, you put...
And it's going through a time right now where it's really, really tough for journalists, because the business model of traditional media is completely wrecked. I mean, there's no other way around it. I was on the board where one large news organization, journal website, was saying, you know, what they're saying about our general news site is what they said about newspapers in general. So even online digital news is suffering because of the real-time news, and it's because it's fragmenting so much. So in that space of where do you find relevance and influence, right now, oftentimes, it is from your past experience, so just what I've used in the past. But the only way that changes and the way it breaks through is through my social networks. I mean, one of the top ways that anybody finds out news stories going into the serendipitous area, it is through the filter of their friends. Increasingly so, the new links that you have, the photos, the things you pay attention to in the daily conversations, and also in the virtual and social conversations. So I look at worlds, granted through a very social lens, but I also see that the filters, my best filters, that I rely on are the ones that are based on the algorithms of my friends and what they look at.